When I come back here, or there's a place that I know my brother used to frequent, I would definitely feel his presence. And I know that he's smiling down on us, and I know he's still looking over us. My brother, Willie Henry Manning Jr., he was a barber. He was actually cutting hair before he became a trained certified barber. He used to cut hair while he was in high school. He was just good work. Awesome guy. I do good work, but he was the definition of good work. He was actually at the barbershop when this all happened. And no, unfortunately, I didn't get to say goodbye. I am a survivor. I was having a tough time and really was not looking to volunteer or anything. I was just looking for support, free counseling. And so I stumbled across Moms Demand Action doing my research. That's how I ended up being a part of Everytown and the Be Smart program. I actually started volunteering with Moms Demand Action as a caller for folks that signed up at various tabling events with Moms Demand Action. And I didn't feel it was for me because I think I hate rejection. But I spent 20 plus years in training and education for the United States Army. So I figured with Be Smart, which is an education program, was a better fit for me as far as the skills and the talents that I had. I was really comfortable talking to people based on my background as a former soldier, understanding the responsibility of being a responsible gun owner.
They're able to scan this QR code and actually get a free gun lock if they need a free gun lock.
Being here in the Midlands chapter have definitely helped me fulfill one of the initiatives that I've enabled, and that was to reach out to the barbershop.
I actually went out within the Midlands talking to various barbershop owners about hanging a Be Smart poster in their barbershop.
We talked about muscle memory and putting a poster there, and just imagine having to sit there and you look up and there's Be Smart. The more I see it, the more familiar I'm with the term, and more likely, hopefully, I'm able to execute some of those things on the poster. I'm also a school liaison for Fairfield County School District here in South Carolina. It's a very small school district, so myself and another volunteer, we were able to go out and hang a poster in every school. Working with Be Smart is just working with other volunteers that is really passionate about their work here in Be Smart, not sharing the same story that I have, but willing to give of their time and resources to ensure that others do not perhaps have to bear a child. We know now that firearm is the #1 leading cause of death amongst our children. We put so much effort into securing and putting passwords on our electronic devices because we don't want anyone having easy access to our phones, to our computers. And I am just waiting for the day when the gun manufacturers catch on. One thing that I've learned about tabling is being a little bit more empathetic towards others and listening to their story about the reason why they have a gun. And I've learned their reason could be past trauma, domestic violence, and just wanting to protect their family. And that's where I think Be Smart comes in, and just reminding the families, the adults, the parents that come to the table that, hey, we have a sense of responsibility as adults to ensure that the children do not have easy access, ensuring that we're locking that gun up and ensuring that it's not only locked, but it's unloaded.
I met Sharline in high school. We went to the same middle school, same high school together. So I've known her for years. When she said she wanted to come work out, like I always tell her, boxing is better than therapy. So she started coming to work out. She's been with me for a couple of years now. We'll talk about different life situations, stuff that's going on in the news. Some we agree on, some we don't. But we do agree on the Be Smart.
Together, just based on our, normal conversation and what he deals with, kids that unfortunately having trouble in school, and just listening to his story. And I decided, hey, let me ask Coach to bring Be Smart into this environment. He had a child that got a hold of their parents' firearm, unfortunately. And so bringing Be Smart into this gym, I really think is gonna be helpful for us both, because we do have a lot of children in and out, and what we don't want to happen is they just grab the lock. The next thing you know, it's connected to their book bag. So we post a sign here asking them to see one of the coaches. Also, we have a QR code here that, if the individual do not know how to use this lock, they can scan the QR code showing them how to use the lock. And this video was actually done by the Richmond County Sheriff Department here. And we also have a QR code that takes them to the BeSmartForKids.org site that shows them the various storages that they should be using based on their firearm.
It took me years to step back into a barbershop because of the smell and the trigger associated with barbershop, unfortunately. I drew some strength from, actually doing this and taking on this initiative. You might get mad because you didn't get justice, and you may be sad one day. And, we talk about mental health, those who struggle with that depression. And there's numerous things that's associated with when you lose a loved one, especially, all of a sudden, in the manner in which they were taken. They were taken from you, and that hurts. I always tell people I wish heaven had visitation hours, and then I probably wouldn't be volunteering because I would be visiting, my brother on the weekend. But I know through my faith, I truly believe that I will see my brother again.
He's the reason why I do what I do. We talk about deaths, and anytime you lose a loved one, it's painful. But what I've learned about, when you know that someone's passing, you get to spend time with that person, and you're a little bit more prepared mentally to handle perhaps that death, sudden death. It does something you're not, you just don't have the tools right then and there. Using boxing as an outlet for my health, which I think is very physical, your mental, and your spiritual health, for me are three important things for me in my life, and because they all go together. What I would say to those people that give up their weekends and that volunteer for a cause that really they have not been impacted by gun violence or a child taking their life or an unintentional shooting, definitely true gratitude. I'm grateful, understanding that it's not always easy for those of us who have been impacted, and not only the time, but sometimes the emotional toll that it may take on us, because, we're hearing these stories, and sometimes you are triggered. Sometimes you volunteer to take on an event and you're not having a good weekend because maybe you're caught up in, that emotion of losing that loved one, or you forgot oh man, that's the anniversary or whatever, and you keep pushing forward. And so I've learned to extend grace to those who have not yet come to grips with their loss and not able to do this work. I think those who have been impacted by, unfortunately, who are survivors who have been impacted by gun violence, I thank you, because I know the emotional toll that it also may have on you. And I think those who have not experienced that, thank you so much for what you do, your sacrifice to be smart in everything that you do.